Nancy, that video of Rice punching his wife moved Mike Tyson's ex, Robin Givens, to write a powerful op-ed for Time magazine because it's that kind of violence that she once knew all too well. When you saw the Ray Rice video, what was the first thing that went through your mind? And I'm talking about the first video. We just saw her dragged off the elevator. What went through your mind?
I want to say I was shocked, but then in many respects, I've sort of been there and certainly appalled. You know?
Robin wasn't alone.
Now let's be clear, this problem is bigger than football.
CBS Sports pregame host James Brown delivered a powerful plea against domestic violence last night.
Our silence is deafening.
The speech was part of some last-minute pre-show changes, including scrapping the planned open, which included Rihanna and Jay-Z's song, Run This Town. No comment from the singer last night. The 26-year-old was snapped heading out to dinner in New York in a hot pink Marc Jacobs coat.
Ray Rice was just recently in the news for domestic abuse. You've been down that road before.
Rihanna's ex, Chris Brown, told MTV News he's a changed man and still talks to his therapist twice a week.
You're not supposed to keep it inside because it'll just bottle up and you'll become a monster. So
And you explode, right?
yeah, explode.
And look at this. Rice is on the front page of the New York Post with the headline, Heaven Help Us, and a report that he and his wife, Janae, were baptized in a Baltimore church and became born-again Christians about a month after he punched her in the elevator. The video obtained by TMZ Sports. And this surprised us.
I stick behind Ray Rice 100%. And I will rock this jersey every day until he is back on that field.
Ray had fans out last night supporting him, a lot of them wearing his jersey. So many people saw the first video, and they actually, like you said, kind of gave Ray Rice a pass. He returned to practice. He was given a standing ovation.
Why do you think they did that?
Because people love their sports stars. People love sports stars. They're blinded in many ways by sports stars, I think, by any star. And they also didn't want to believe that anything that violent could happen.
I could not agree with you more.
Okay, so now the second video comes out.
Yes.
And now everybody's horrified.
Yes. What's important about this video is that people can't deny it. They can't say, well, maybe it didn't happen. Well, what did she do? Well, like you said, getting the pass initially and seeing the first video. What did she say? Maybe she was drinking. We have to have this discussion.
You wrote a beautiful op-ed for Time magazine. At what point were you prompted to write that op-ed?
I think it's Buddy, my son, who finally said, you know, you have to speak out.
You wrote about some very harrowing experiences. How bad did it get for you?
Well, it got to the point where I really believed I was going to die. And I believed that I was going to die and nobody would care, like my husband would tell me. And I believed him when he said, I'm going to kill you. And then when he later said, I've decided not to kill you, I'm going to make your life so bad you're going to want to slit your own throat. It got bad.
Why did you stay? The first time Mike hit you, you say, you were engaged. So why not leave?
Mike gave an interview saying the best punch he ever threw was against me. I hit one corner of the wall, then another corner of the wall, and then I was out. But I think something happens when that same person ends up coming over and saying they love you and crying on your lap, and you go from being afraid and wanting to run to wanting to protect him and wanting to console him. I thought for a man to do something so severe and then beg and plead and cry, especially a big, strong one, you know, beg and plead and cry, and I'm not going to live without you. And I remember feeling, wow, this must be love.
The marriage collapsed after 8 months, but it all came back in a flash when Tyson was seen on TV earlier this week cursing at a Canadian interviewer.
Was you really a piece of Hey, come on. That was a piece of That was a piece of You know, we're doing live TV now. I don't care. What are you going to do about it?
When you see that, what do you think?
It makes my heart beat fast.
Does it really?
Yeah. It makes my heart kind of race. It makes my heart race.
All right, first let me